Hello and welcome. My name is Gene, and today we are going to move ourselves through a more hip-centric practice, just kind of opening and expanding the space that resides within your pelvic girdle. So, to get the body a little warmed up, we're just going to start off at the top of the mat. Feet planted in Tadasana. Shoulders are soft down the back of the spine as you're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. All the while, you are cataloging any sensations that your body might feel in this moment. Wiggling the toes a little bit just to get a sense of the mat beneath you. Even rocking back and forth a couple times on the feet. Also a great place to add any non-specific movement in your body. Shoulder circles, neck circles, or anything else that helps you to feel centered on your mat. This particular practice being centered on your sacral region means spending a bit of time with your Svadhisthana chakra, the orange chakra of your body, in line with your sacrum. It's a place known mostly for housing the emotional self, how the body regulates those emotions, and even considering if there are any emotions stagnating that need to move around in order to be processed and subsequently released. So all of that said, if you have an intention for your mat today, bring it with you. Any thought, any word, any sensation, or, as fitting for today, any emotion that you are wanting to process. Whether you find the space to release it during this practice, or whether this practice becomes a way of acknowledging, accepting, becoming aware of it. Take 3 more breaths here. So to get the body prepared for those lunges, we're going to start off with a gentle sun salutation, and then move into something more traditional, using those 2 salutations to garner the heat we need for our lunges. So, hands either to your sides, palms forward, heart center, any place is good. We'll take an inhale just to reach the arms upward toward your ceiling. As you exhale, the hands part. As your hips hinge forward, semblance of a flat back, Uttanasana. We'll dangle in forward fold for 5 breaths. So perhaps that means inhaling, lifting through the backs of the legs, sit bones toward the sky. As you exhale, that's more space for your heart to move closer to the fronts of the legs. Hands touch the ground. Hands can stay on the legs. 2 more breaths. So taking your next inhale, you're raising the back up halfway, semblance of a tabletop back. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, keeping your spine in that horizontal line. You're just dropping the knees down, palms of the hands under your shoulders for your tabletop. From here, we're just breathing in, knees wide into those edges of your mat. And then breathing out, sending your hip space back to the ankles, chest peels down, child's pose. Taking 4 more breaths here. For now, simply becoming aware of the sacral space, that pelvic plate in the body. Breathe. The widening knees might start to stir the hips a little bit. Good job. Taking your next inhale, you're going to walk the hands back in toward the body, peel the spine back up, and then exhale, the knees tuck underneath as you shift forward to a tabletop. We'll add in some spinal flossing, some cat-cows here. We'll take a total of 5. So first one, inhale, abdomen reaches to the earth, crown and tailbone meet the sky. And then exhale, digging into your palms on the earth's surface. Hollow your rib cage for that curvature shape. 4 more, breathing in, abdomen widens. And then breathing out, abdomen hollows. Feeling the echo chamber of your heart as your breath passes through. 3 more cat-cows at your pace. And if you've already done your 5, as your breath moves to your speed, maybe adding 1 more for good measure. Nice job. So with that last cat-cow, we'll gather back at tabletop. Take an inhale. You're going to walk your hands to the top of the mat, taking your shoulders with you. And then the hips slide forward as you exhale, elbows to your ribs, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lengthening your legs to the back of your mat, we'll inhale, peel the chest up, taking a cobra pose or baby cobra. And on the exhale, toes curl on the mat, press into your palms, hips come up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Feel free to walk the feet in a step or 2, or walk the hands back a step or 2. The hands are firmly planted, fingertips nice and wide. Arms are as straight as they feel comfortable being. It's mainly to give space for your chest to move between the arms toward the legs. 2 more breaths. Good work. Taking your next inhale, look up at the thumbs, that blank space between. And then on the exhale, come up to your tiptoes, walk flat-footed, or take another tabletop. The feet meet the hands in a fold. From Uttanasana, inhale, the spine rises halfway, semblance of that tabletop back. And then exhale, knees bend again, heart toward the legs, Uttanasana. 1 more inhale to bend the knees. Roll the spine up, reach the arms up. When the hands have met, exhale, pull down from your forearms, just gathering all of that wisdom into your heart space. Good time to drink some water, shake the body out a bit if you'd like. Soon be moving ourselves through a more traditional sun salutation. That's Surya Namaskar, so much more breath to movement oriented. But feeling yourself come back to a Tadasana shape. 2 breaths just to make any of those last moment variations. Checking on your chest, heart is open. Checking on your crown, crown is lifted. Face is relaxed. And then Surya Namaskar A, inhale, arms reach up to the sky, however you'd like. As you exhale, hinging forward from your hips, flat back takes you down, Uttanasana. Inhale, raise the spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And then from here, exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step, hop, or float your feet back. Take a vinyasa flow or skip it. We'll gather up in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 5 breaths here. Always knowing that you're welcome to take any form of breath, constricting the back of the throat to breathe in and out through the nose, or even inviting open mouth exhales just to sigh out any stiffness. Good work. Taking another inhale, we'll look up where the thumbs meet again. And then exhale, step, hop, float, tabletop forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, raising your spine halfway, neck and tailbone connected. And then exhale, bending the knees, heart to the legs, forward fold. Last inhale to bend the knees, rolling your spine up, reaching the arms up. And then exhale, pulling down from your forearms, taking the lessons of that more traditional namaskar to your heart. 2 breath rebound here in Tadasana. Great place to tip the neck side to side a couple times. Even a really quick circle on each side. So we'll be taking a half salutation to move down to a tabletop. That's where we'll spend at least most of your practice from this point on. So inhaling, arms reach up to the sky once more. And then exhale once again, just trusting the free fall feeling of your heart to your legs. Inhale, spine comes up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And then just for a little bit more heat, exhale to bend the knees, plant the palms, step, hop, or float your feet back. Take one more vinyasa flow if you'd like. You always have the option to skip your vinyasas and just go to a downward facing dog. And other option, you can always drop down to the knees. Take another child's pose for yourself. Three more breaths. Alrighty. So giving that brief moment of gratitude to your body, we'll inhale. Hands walk back to center, peel the chest up. If you're in downward dog, this is your moment to exhale. Drop the knees gently to tabletop, as we'll all meet here. option to take a blanket with you, as there will be some rocking back and forth, and that might add a little stress on your knees. So the blanket promotes a little extra comfort and simply ensures that you are protecting your body should that be what your need is. But for now, feeling the palms of your hands on your mat, tap the tops of the toes very briefly, even the tops of the feet. So, moving into a couple of Anjanasanas, low lunges. We're gonna inhale. Right leg lifts off the mat, flexing into your right foot. And then as you exhale, stepping forward or fanning that right foot to the thumb, heart lifts, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So we'll start here for 3 breaths, all the while checking in on your pelvic girdle. You can push forward gently with the left hip and pull back with the right if you'd like a squareness of your hips. That might add stress, again, to that pelvic region. So just being sure that you feel comfortable. Nice work. From here, take another breath in through the nose. And then curling your left toes on the back, exhale, shift the body back, flexing the right foot off the mat. This is called your half monkey, Ardha Hanumanasana. Mostly a way to relax the hip space and also get a good stretch through your right calf. 3 breaths here. Spine is nice and long. For some added heat, think of lifting through your core space, your abdomen. 1 more breath. Nice. So starting to get a pulse, we're gonna inhale, shift the body forward, right foot on the mat. Exhale, holding here for 2 breaths now, just reducing the time. It's also a pretty nice balance posture, as my body is certainly challenging that balance element. But when you're ready, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, shifting back, lifting that right foot off the mat, flexing the toes, half monkey for 2. Good job. Take another breath in here. And then exhale, we're shifting forward, right foot planted for low lunge. So starting that pulse now. Inhale, you're gonna shift back, flexing into the right foot. And then exhale, shifting forward, uncurl that back left foot for your low lunge. Inhale, left foot curls as you shift back. Exhale, left foot uncurls as you shift forward. Take this another 3 more times, so a total of 5 pulses. Inhale. And then exhale. Nice. 2 more at your pace. And again, it's just about waking up the hip space a little bit. Moving any stagnant things that are residing there around. Maybe in the mobility of that space, you might find a little release. But taking 1 more inhale after that last pulse. As you exhale, you're gonna hinge the body forward, hands come to the ground, sliding that right knee back into tabletop. Feel free to make any movement here that you'd like. Maybe rocking the hip space side to side a couple times, doing a couple of hip circles. So, when that feels good, we're gonna take those same shapes and subsequent pulses from the other side, starting with the left leg. Inhale, lift the leg off the mat, flex into your foot toward the space behind you. And then exhale, step or fan that left foot toward the left thumb. Heart lifts. Right toes uncurled for right now in Anjaneyasana low lunge. Just like before, you're this time pushing back with your left hip as you're pulling forward with your right hip, creating again that semblance of squareness. Hands can always be on the hips to help you with that cognitive understanding. It can also be heart center if that feels more organic. 3 more breaths though. Good work. On your inhale, flexing or curling those right toes on the mat behind you. As you exhale, you're shifting the body back, flexing into the left foot off the ground. Again, nice little balance pose in the body for half monkey, Ardha Hanumanasana. Again, maintaining that lift in the core can also help you stabilize in this asana. Of course, everybody's bodies are different, much like mine is demonstrating in that even with a lifted core, your body might still want to teeter-totter. Just accepting where you are in the moment. 2 more breaths. Solid work. So, reducing the hold times on each posture just to start getting that pulse feeling. Take a breath in through the nose. And then exhale. Uncurl your right toes. Plant your left foot on the mat. 2 breaths. Anjaneyasana low lunge. Good job. As a way to prep, inhale, curling your right toes on the mat. And exhale, sending that left hip back, flexing into the left foot. Ardha Hanumanasana, 2 breaths. Nice. So, starting with that pulsing feeling, take a breath in through the nose, and then exhale, uncurl the right toes, body shifts forward, low lunge. Inhale, right toes curl, send the body back. There we go, I got there eventually, half monkey. And then exhale, shifting forward, back to your low lunge. 4 more times at your pace. Inhale, going back, right toes curled. Exhale, back to low lunge, right toes uncurled. 3 more, focusing for you. Great work. Last one. My body really wants to know the ground today. So, when you finish that last pulse, take 1 more inhale here. And then exhale, hands come down, sliding that left foot back, bringing the knee under the left hip for tabletop. Great place to rebound the body in whatever way you'd like. It's always a nice reminder when you see the instructor just kind of teetering and moving, and it just shows everybody is on their own journey. No matter what side of the screen you're on, no matter what title you might hold, every day is always a lesson in the body and taking in something new. So all of that said, it is time to move into the final posture of your practice today. We're going to bring the blocks with us just to help support that space, and because we've worked with the hip space a bit, it's a pretty nice savasana to take for yourself. So from tabletop, you're choosing a hip, left or right, to sit back on. The blanket can move to the back of the mat as you then send the legs out in front. Absolutely feel free to drink 1 or 2 more swigs of water along the way. Between my balance and a frog deciding to live in my throat during some of that, you can always say that it's a fun time moving your body and being surprised by the things that come up. So, those tangential comments aside, you're going to bring your blocks with you, set them to the sides of your mat, and then when you're ready, spine comes down, soles of the feet are planted, knees bent. Take an inhale, just walking the feet as close together as they want to get. And then breathing out, opening the knees to your sides, soles touching, Supta Baddha Konasana. Now you're welcome to take any kind of savasana that feels good in your body, maybe after the hip work you've done today. This can be a nice regulating shape in the body, just to really process what you're feeling. But either way, wherever you choose to reside, allow a few moments of stillness. If your body needs to move, by all means, give that grace to yourself. But taking your savasana in a way that honors your practice, honors your body's work. After all, you're still moving and breathing and beating of heart. You're still moving and beating and breathing through lungs. So remember your breath and heartbeat. Leave behind any tension, any stiffness, any wobbles, any uncertainty, any doubt. That all need not follow you where you're going now. And with that, enjoy your savasana. Thank you for everything that you do, the emotions that you work through and the emotions that you hold, because they all have vital pieces of information, lessons to teach, and are important to process in their time. Savasana. I'll bring you back shortly. has come to begin the journey back to this plane. The world's impressions around you are but a haze. As you start to become aware of the transfer of air through the nose, breathing in, charged by the bones of stars, charged by all of the particles that reside within the air around us. It all lives in the body for a beat until you're ready to breathe out through the nose or sigh or yawn through the mouth. And upon your arrival, the fingertips and toes begin to wiggle. The wrists and ankles might start to circle. The neck might tip side to side. The hands might even come underneath the knees to close the legs together if you are still in your Supta Baddha Konasana. But all of those movements, in their nature, are just suggestions. You know your body better than any other force on this planet. You know the emotions you carry, you know the dreams you hold, you know the goals that you set. So what movements, what choices do you make for yourself to honor and strengthen your tether to this corporeal plane? And as with every practice, you are more than welcome to end your time in the conjured shape of your Savasana today. You always have the option to meet me in a final seat of your choosing. Whichever place you wish to reside in, take your time making the choice. And take your time moving mindfully to that final point. After all, the arms, the legs, the eyes will all indicate to you when you found a resonating shape that seals your practice today. A practice intentionally focused on moving the hip space around a little bit, that pelvic plate region. It's a place associated with the gathering of the emotional self, a place that might hold its own degree of tension depending on the degree of emotions that you are carrying in your body. After all, we move with multiple bodies through this life. The physical body, the mental body, the spiritual body, and yes, the emotional body as well. And all of them in their occasional moments need an opportunity to move just for the sake of shifting any stagnance and eventually, possibly, inviting some release. As ever, it has been my humble, happy honor to have shared the space with you today as you have shared yours with me. Thank you for trusting me to guide you through this practice with your mat today, and may you always live this life in your authentic way, bringing forth your shine and radiance to this beautiful planet we share. The luminosity in me cherishes, respects, and will always celebrate the luminous, blooming heart in you. Shanti. Namaste. I thank you again for choosing to add me to a part of your day. I hope that this practice provided you with the space to process, to acknowledge, to release any kinds of sensations that have served their time in your body and are simply ready to be set free. Until we meet each other on our mats again, may you enjoy whatever this life brings your way. Namaste.